Assalamu alaikum, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, my dears. I hope you're fine. We're going to continue, inshallah, our lesson. As we studied yesterday, we classified the animals into groups and we identified each group. Like, let me remind you, we have 5 groups. Yes, the first one, which live in water, fish, well done. What do they have? Feathers, exactly. Birds. What spend time? What do animals, spend time on land and in water? Well done, amphibians. And which animals, produce milk? Well done, mammals. And the last type, excellent, reptiles. Which have scales. Well done. Now we are going just to have this lesson. We are going to talk about 5 animals or 5 different pictures. Picture A, C, B, D, and E. So the first one here, it's the road runner, and I need you just to identify which picture we are talking about. I'm sorry that I don't have here. That's picture A. The road runner, which lives on land and doesn't often fly, but it's very strong and it's very fast. So what is the road runner here? Do you think? Exactly, that's picture C. So this is paragraph 1. Number 2, we are talking about the green tree frog, which has sticky toes, and toes like the fingers in hand, but what do we have in our legs? That's called toes. So the green tree frog, that's picture A, well done, which here, that's on the top, on the right side. Number 3, the sloth. The sloth, which moves very slowly and spend or sleeps most of their time, maybe just they sleep for 22 hours if you are going to read the paragraph. And they are living, or they can stay and live upside down, for example. That's exactly picture E here. So number 3, we're talking about picture E. Number 4, many people think chameleons change their color. Many people think chameleons change their color. So I hope you got it. Excellent. Exactly. Picture B here. That's called chameleon. So chameleon, that's some of us, we think that they have the ability to change their color. Is it true or false? We have that's 2 explanations for that. The first one, the scientific one here, that they can't change their color, but only they reflect the light. So for example, if you put it in a place and there is a red light, so their skin has the ability to reflect that light. That's one of the scientific explanation here. The last one here, that's the Siamese fighting fish here, that's which picture D. Now let's move to the second page, which is page 63. And here that we talked yesterday about the animal groups. As we said that we have 5 groups. Birds, mammals, well done. What is this? Fish, great. And here, amphibians. And number 5, reptiles. Complete the description here of each animal group with one of the following sentences. We are going to read each sentence here and we will identify or find out which group or which animal group we are talking about. Number 1, or the first sentence here, they live mainly on land, but they breed in water. They live mainly on land, but they breed in water. Which animal group we are talking about? Excellent. We are talking about number 4, the amphibians. The second one, most take in oxygen from the water through gills. If you remember what gills, I explained it yesterday. So they take oxygen from the water through gills. They have lungs. So this is excellent. Whales. So that's fish, like whales, shark. C, number 3, they have feathers and most of them can fly. They have feathers and most of them can fly. Yes, I know what you are going to ask. Most of them can fly, because not all birds they can fly. Some birds they cannot fly. okay, and just they are classified as birds because they have feathers and maybe just they have wing, okay, like chicken. Not all chicken can fly. Yes, they can jump, but they cannot fly. So they have feathers, and most of them can fly. That's well done. Birds. The fourth one, number 4, most of them live on land, and most lay their eggs on land too. Most of them live on land, and most lay their eggs on land too. So this is excellent. Reptiles. The last one, they produce milk to feed their babies. They produce milk to feed their babies. And just we need to know what's the meaning of verb feed, which means not eat. Eat just when you have, or just when you are eating something yourself. Okay, but feed, just you give the food to someone. So here that they produce milk to feed their babies. This is, we are talking about the mammals, exactly. We need just to look, or to have a look at each one of the groups here, and just to know and study their features. Like for example, number 1 here, birds. As we explained yesterday, birds, they breathe with lungs, okay? They can keep a constant body temperature. Number 3, they lay eggs with waterproof shells, just to be protective. Number 2, the mammals, they breathe with the lungs as well. Number 2, their bodies are covered, okay, with hair. Number 3, they have large brains in relation to body mass, okay. Number 3, fish, they live and breed in water. They cannot live outside of water, so their habitat is water. Number 2, their bodies are covered with scales. And number 3, they have fins instead of legs. When I say here fish, or their bodies are covered with scales, what other animal groups their bodies are covered with the scales? If you remember, mammals, no, we said their bodies are covered with hair or fur. Birds, no, their bodies are covered with feathers. What about, yes, exactly, that's reptiles. Reptiles is also, okay, reptiles are also that their bodies are covered with scales. Number 4, amphibians. The adults breathe with lungs. They can't keep a constant body temperature. Number 3, they have that here soft, wet skin with no scales. We have here that's an exercise. We have some words, and just we need to read the words and then match the words with their meanings. So please just pause the video for 2 minutes, read the words, okay, try to find out the meanings from the text, and then match the words with their meanings. Pause the video now for 2 minutes, and then, okay, continue just to know the answers. Well done. I hope that you finished. Number 1, to breathe. Let's know the answers. Which letter or which one is the answer for number 1, to breathe? Excellent. So that's letter I, which is to take air into our body, okay, and let it out again. Number 2, lungs. What are lungs? Exactly. Lung or lungs here, that's letter G. They are inside our bodies, and they fill with air when we breathe. So this is the part, okay, in our bodies when just we fill them with air. So that's called lungs. Number 3, shell. The hard part. Excellent. So that's letter D. The hard outer cover of an egg. So if you look at any egg, okay, the outer part, it's called shell, to protect what's inside it. Number 4, feathers. Which types of animal they have feathers? Great, birds. So feathers here, which is letter F, they cover a bird's skin and they keep it warm. Number 5, fur. That's picture, or that's letter C, which is soft hair that covers the bodies of some animals. Number 6, I'm sorry, that's I showed the answer before you say. So to breed, what can we say breed? Exactly. So it's letter J, which to produce babies. Okay. Which type of animal, okay, they produce babies? Excellent, mammals. Number 7, scales. Scales, well done. That's letter B. Small flat pieces of skin on a fish or snake. As we said, that's two groups, their bodies are covered with scales, fish and reptiles. Number 8, fins. Fins, like the hands which help fish to swim. Excellent. So that's letter H. The thin flat parts of a fish that help it to swim. Number 9, gills. If you remember, gills, yes, it's the part here, okay, on the side, on the two sides of the fish. That's letter E. They allow a fish to breathe. And as we said, they can take the oxygen from water. Number 10, the last one here, exactly, it's letter A, the surface of an animal's body. These are the words we need just to study them in lesson 1 and 2. So please just memorize these words very well, and inshallah we are going to answer some exercise that's in our book next lesson. Thank you. See you inshallah in the next session.